Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Total confusion in Kenya Kwanza. The center can no longer hold. Things are falling apart. Bonny Khalwale made some remarks as quoted today, remarks that clearly indicates and confirms that confusion in order. It's not about the 50 CASs, but the rule of law. And I want to appeal to my UDA party as such. We were happy when the court ruled against the BBI and the presidential election petition. It's not impossible for us to find a role in government for the 50 loyal members of our party. Bonny Khalwale, 4th July 2023. Bonny Khalwale is referring to the High Court verdict that quashed the appointments of 50 CASs. And already, we are seeing divergence in opinion where some older members, such as Nandi Senator, among other leaders, are threatening the courts. And some who are to benefit from those positions are also threatening to appeal. So you are seeing that confusion in Kenya Kwanza. They are not reading from the same page. But again, from those sentiments by Bonny Khalwale, it exposes that desperation for William Ruto and his team to accommodate allies who did help them in the August 2022 presidential election. The deal here is to accommodate as many of them as possible. It's not about service delivery. It's about accommodating them in order for them to benefit as a result of supporting William Samoei Ruto. In this video, I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand the political games being played behind the scenes. If you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Yes. If you dissect those remarks by Bonny Khalwale, in other words, is just telling his party to forget about the 50 CASs, that the 50 individuals who are earmarked for those positions can be accommodated in the government. And he's even reminding Uda party on how they were happy when the courts actually rendered BBI null and void, and on the presidential petition. If you dig deep into those remarks, I'm seeing a very high possibility where Bonny Khalwale might be speaking the language of a silent majority in order, only that they cannot come out in the open to say what they want to say. It's a fact that the 50 CASs were created or appointed by William Ruto as a reward to his political allies. In fact, the 50 positions are completely unnecessary. As the government is right now, it's already a bloated government. The roles the CASs were to play, or rather to perform, are already being performed by the CS cabinet secretaries and the principal secretaries. So the CASs were just to duplicate the roles of the CS and the PS. They are totally unnecessary positions. Bonny Khalwale is just trying to say that, but indirectly. That also goes on to confirm that William Ruto is not consulting very widely before he makes a decision. It appears that William Ruto makes unilateral decisions in the government. Others are just there to be seen, but Ruto makes unilateral decisions. And even on this one of CASs, I believe he consulted nobody. Or if indeed he consulted, then he never took serious the advice he was given. The positions are not necessary. And then those remarks also goes on to confirm the kind of confusion in Kenya Kwanza government. Each and every person is singing his or her own tune. A house falling apart, the center can no longer hold. It's a fact that William Ruto, or rather, if you were to ask Bonny Khalwale whether those people were to be appointed for those positions, Bonny Khalwale would tell you no. On the other hand, if you were to ask William Ruto, he would tell you that the positions are necessary. So that is the kind of confusion where leaders in this government, they don't have one kind of a vision. They are not reading from the same page. That exposes the confusion. And again, from on how some Kenya Kwanza leaders have reacted, some have even threatened the courts, and some have actually threatened to appeal that judgment. That goes again to confirm that confusion. Total confusion in Kenya Kwanza government. And also, if you look at the appointing authority, who in this case is William Samoei Ruto, I believe the problem is William Ruto himself. He is very clueless on governance. And that's why I've always maintained here that Ruto's continued stay as Kenya's president is going to cost this country a lot. And in the coming years, if nothing is done urgently, William Ruto will push this country to very miserable levels. That's why it's important for our courts to be proactive to stop such excesses being exhibited by William Samoei Ruto. And in fact, if you look at William Ruto, the way he plays his politics, immediately was sworn in office, he tried muzzling the judiciary. And that's why yesterday, Nandi Senator Cheragei was saying that judiciary was allocated 4 billion extra. And that just confirmed that Ruto had laid out a scheme of trying to compromise the judiciary so that all the rulings could be made in favor of the government. So I'm also seeing a very disparate government that is determined to muzzle all other arms of government, because already legislature, the National Assembly and the Senate, those ones are already in William Ruto's pockets. The apex court, the Supreme Court, is already in William Ruto's pockets. So I'm seeing a disparate William Ruto who has also been trying to actually muzzle the lower courts, but that's proving very difficult for William Samoei Ruto. Finally, as I conclude, as much as Bonny Khalwale is making sense on this one, Bonny Khalwale can also not be trusted, because in the recent days, he's also coming out as a politician without a stand at all. Today he speaks so well, tomorrow he will be saying his own things. So he cannot also be trusted here. I'm seeing a Bonny Khalwale who again might be jealous of those positions that have been created. He's jealous about the individuals who are to occupy those positions. Because Bonny Khalwale, the one we know in the recent days, is a man who has no stand at all, and he never stands for anything good for the people. So he might also be making those remarks because of his jealousy against some individuals who are to hold those positions. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support our forum, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number. And to any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.